Hello everyone, welcome to the Micro Squad. Today we've got a supernatural themed workout. I'm filming this on a Thursday, so it just feels all very appropriate. I have no idea how long this flannel is gonna last. I have the AC blasting, we'll see. But the props you're gonna need are, we have all the Bala stuff, but I'll tell you how much weight you need. So we got 3-pound Bala bars. Mine are called the Yellow-Eyed Demons today. I have the Bala Power Ring, which is 10 pounds. The Bala Beam, which is 15 pounds. So you can kind of pick and choose what you need in between that range. And then I also have a slider. So if you don't have a slider, you can use a towel, socks for slippery surfaces. And then I will give you one other prop. You can use the wall or a chair. I have a foam roller over in the corner I may go and grab, but it'll be a great support system, just like Bobby is to the boys. But you can use the I'm gonna grab it now. We're gonna use the foam roller as a prop for a couple of the moves just to help give you some stability in certain moves. So I'm just gonna place this off to the side. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've linked the playlist below, or you can throw on any of your own supernatural playlists. I'm sure we've all got variations and versions of them. Now, it is gonna be a full length, so it's gonna be 40 minutes plus. I'm not giving you a correct range because we have stretching at the end. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through all the words and transitions. If anything doesn't feel great, there are modifications. I will show you the modifications for them, but everything is low impact. Okay, we're going to get this started. I'm mentally preparing because this is quite a workout I've written along with the help of my friend. So we are going to start off with me starting the playlist. So if you've got the playlist, we want you to cue it up now. We're going to play it here. There we go. Okay, so we've got this started. One of my favorite lines from the show, "Kill you dead." So we're going to start with dead bugs because I felt like it was appropriately named. So laying down on the back, you're going to float those knees up so the feet are off of the ground. Arms are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Starting off in this dead bug position, you're going to alternate one hand overhead, and then the opposite leg reaches out. Bring it back, and extend the other side out. Good. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine. You're just alternating side from side, pressing your low back down into the ground, into that floor. We're engaging the core, so we're just kind of setting it up. Kind of like the opening line. You know, Dad's been gone. He's been on a hunting trip. He hasn't been home in a couple days. That's our foundation of the whole show. So I want you to think of this dead bug, this kill you dead move, as the foundation of the whole workout. Your core is going to keep you strong throughout the whole thing. Now, if you can't reach one out, if it's getting a little tough for you, I want you to do just the arms, alternate the arms, or just alternate the legs. If it hurts your lower back when you extend the leg out, maybe don't go down so low. So my foot never flops down to the floor. You can bring it up to that angle. I promise it'll still work your core. It just won't pull on your lower back as much. Okay. Whew. That's where we are on this road so far. Now, if you watch the appropriate TikTok video, this is my teaser move, or called when Dean screams, because that's how this feels through the core. We're going to roll it on up. This is a tough one. In 3, 2, 1. So I want you to grab the back of the thighs, and I want you to peel your head and shoulders off. Press your thighs into your hands as you roll up. Bring it back down. So I'm going to try not to talk through this move so I can get up. So exhale, push into the hands, use your core, lift up, and then bend the knees. Press your legs into your hands to slowly lower yourself down. There you go. Oh, it's a tough move. I'm giving you kind of the assist in this one. So you're pressing through the hands, pressing through. Oh, I can't talk through that move. Lifting up. Maybe you scream like Dean does in that episode when he gets scared. And then slowly control yourself down. See, I told you it's not going to last very long. Rolling it down. I want you to articulate through the spine. So you're pulling the belly button in, curl up, press into those legs, lift up, Woo! Control it back down. Last couple seconds here. Don't worry, we're almost done with this one. We're gonna roll over. We got some Crowley crawls. You're gonna take your slider, your movable piece of equipment, in 3, in 2, and 1. Good, come on up. You're gonna grab that slider, and you're gonna walk it. I'm gonna try to stay in frame here. So my feet are on the slider, forearms are down, and you're going to crawl across the ground. Ooh, excuse me. And then you're gonna crawl it back. Whew. Now I want you to try to not wiggle in the hips a lot. Can you squeeze your inner thighs? And control yourself from rocking back and forth. I know Crowley just is a slithering kind of demon. I feel like all demons are. But he's kind of a slithery person. So that's why we're kind of slithering across the ground. There's definitely been a lot of scenes where he's crawled across the ground. Okay. Whew. We got some colorful characters in this workout today. Now remember, as you crawl, can you press up and out of those forearms? Now, if this is getting a little too difficult for you, remove the slider, bring it down to the knees, and then just crawl the elbows out and back. I promise it'll be just as effective, but you don't have to worry about dragging your whole body across. Now we're just focusing on the torso piece. See what I did there? Good. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. Knitting that rib cage together. Take one of those variations, but we have one more move in this warm up. We're gonna warm up the glutes. We have son of a bridge. In 3, 2, 1. You're gonna roll back over onto your back. Feet, I want those ankles right below those knees. Lay down on your back. Oop, not crush my mic. Hands are down. Walk those feet in there right underneath. Hip width distance apart. Press through the ground and squeeze the glutes. Bring it down. Now notice my back stays in that neutral position the whole time. That dead bug, that kill you dead move. Keep that entire piece through your body as you lift up. I don't want to see that lower back arch. It's not going to feel great. Whew, but you press the glutes up. Squeeze the glutes so you say each time, son of a bridge. I know, it's really son of a bitch, but I couldn't resist the pun here. So press through those heels. You can go a little fast through this, but I want you to imagine tucking that tailbone. You engage through the lower core and then squeeze up. Drop it down. Whew! Son of a bridge. This is burning already. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this, but carry on. Whew. I know it feels like the eve of this madness already, but we're just getting started, just getting warmed up. Whew, forgot what was next. Oh, we're gonna grab that ring. We got Sammy's swings in 3, 2, 1. Good, roll on up. I'll move my mic pack. We're gonna grab that ring. And we're gonna hold it down. Take a nice wide stance, so about shoulder width. Squat down, and I want you to place the ring on the floor. So you're holding the top of the ring, holding it here. We're gonna do it's a kettlebell swing. So I want you to move the ring behind your feet, behind those heels, and then you're going to burst up. Woo. Guys, my butt cramped. So I'm gonna show you one arm while I hold my butt cheek. So in this move, we always want to, the tendency is to move the arm all the way up. I want you to keep the arms, my butt cheek, glued to the body. That's why I have you guys start behind the heels so that you thrust up. I gave myself a little too much thrust that I cramped my glute. It's fine, it's fine. We're carrying on here. It is a low impact move. So you're taking the momentum of the 10-pound, swinging behind you, squeezing it up. Squeezing through the core. Imagine that kill you dead move. The back is flat the whole time. Whew. Whew. You guys got this. Okay, now, if you feel like that ring keeps hitting your legs, hold it in this narrow grip. I promise it'll make it a lot easier. You won't keep clipping your legs. I kind of keep rubbing up against them. Oh, guys, that cramp is coming back. Woo! Oh, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really hope Sammy didn't ever throw his brother stuff like this probably wouldn't be very good, probably end a little disastrous, but for your glutes, it feels great. Your heart rate starts to pick up, and it gets more difficult for me to cue for you guys, but there is no hold or pulse. Also notice my booty stays high. So if you're familiar with deadlift moves, same kind of idea. It's not a squat to lift, it's a hinge and press. Use that momentum. Keep those elbows glued to your rib cage and try not to overarch your back, just like what we talked about in that son of a bridge. Whew. That heart rate's creeping up. Take a minute. If you feel like the Reaper is coming, take a minute, take a breath, get back into it. I know it's a lot, but oh, I love this move. My butt's not gonna like it, but I like it. We're gonna go into a single leg squat. You're gonna grab your slider, place it underneath the right foot. In 3, 2, 1. You're gonna place the ring down, you don't need it. If you need your support system, grab your bobby, grab it, and you're gonna place your foot on the right foot on the slider. Left leg is gonna stay stationary. I have the bobby, we're gonna call this one bobby. We have them here, my support system. I'm gonna push my hips back, right leg stays straight, sitting down into that squat, pressing through that left heel to lift up. Don't worry, this has a sneaky little variation in it. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna show you from the side. So this is here to help balance me and support me. All my weight's on the left leg. And notice my hips push back behind me, core's engaged, and you press through the heel to lift you on up. You should be feeling it in the glute. Whew. Now I want you guys to go slow. So we're gonna squat down at 1, at 2, at 3, at 4, back up for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4. Can you keep this pace the whole time? Through these leg moves, going slow, going controlled. Can't just run in there, all guns a-blazing. I know we want to, but we gotta be slow, we gotta be calculated. That's what Sam's always taught us. We gotta go in with a plan. I know Dean, I love Dean. I'm an older sibling as well, although my name is Sam. I don't like being called Sammy, but I am the older sibling that likes to just run and get guns a-blazing. My sisters are more calculated, just like Sam is, a little bit more calculated, pushing those hips back. Okay, the variation of this move is called salt circle. You're gonna draw half of a salt circle with your slider. Hang on to bobby if you need them. We're gonna hold it low in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down nice and low. That right leg is out straight. So I want you to pull it in. You're gonna send it out in front of you, sweep around to the right, back behind you, pull it back in. Oh yes, send it forward, sweep around to that right side, pull it in, shoot it forward from the side. You're gonna circle it around, pull it underneath. So the leg goes straight as you sweep, the knee bends as you pull it in. Whew. Come on, whole body went bloop. So you want to really squeeze your core, squeeze that left glute. We're almost done with it. We've got Colt squats. I know they sound a little intimidating. They're a little rare and hard to come by. But with Colt squats, you're going to keep your slider, send it out in front of you in 3, 2, 1. So you're going to hold it out in front of you. You're going to sink down a little lower. Take that bobby if you need it. And then you're going to stand all the way up. Whew, guys. You're gonna squat down, push the hips back, the slider pushes out, and then you lift up. So it's basically a pistol squat. See how what I did there? It's like Colt squat. We're not gonna go all the way down to the floor. We're just gonna come to as far as we can, as if you're gonna sit in the chair. I got Bobby to the side of me. So if you feel that moment where you can't get up, you can use your arm to help you up. The goal is to get all the way to the ground, but I'm not gonna pressure you guys into doing that today. I just want you to go as far as your range of motion can. Keep going. I'm getting a little winded, getting a little tired, talking and moving through the whole thing. It's a lot, guys. So pushing through, sit, stand on up. Oh, yes. Whew. Sit down, lift it up. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. This is one of my favorite songs. Actually, like every song on this playlist is one of my favorite songs. I grew up with this music. I'm gonna tell you like how old I am. But I didn't grow up with it when it came out. My dad showed me all this music. How are we feeling, guys? Stick with me. Woo! The jig is not up yet. Push those hips back. Check in with your left knee for me. Make sure it's not caving in, it's not pushing out. It will go slightly in front of the ankle. That is normal in this move. Whew. We are going to keep a hold of the slider for the next move. Guys, we're going to do some LARPing lunges. I mean, who remembers that episode? That was such a great episode. How they got so into it. We're going to move that slider all the way behind us in 3, 2, 1. So a little different than what you're used to with normal lunges. The back leg's going to stay straight the whole time, kind of like what we were just doing. Now you're going to square off your hips. You can keep Bobby with you. You're going to bend that left knee. You're going to hinge forward just slightly as you lunge down. Press through that left heel to lift you all the way up. Oh, guys. LARPing lunges. Dig through that left heel. Press on up. Lift it on up. Now I'll show you from a front view. My feet are hip width distance apart. It's as if I was standing here, I just slid that right foot back. Right heel stays high the whole time. And then those hips. The left hip likes to jut out to the side a lot. So we're going to bring it back in line. Pull that core in. Again, just like Bobby, he always set those boys in line. We're just going to use all the analogies here. Pulling that belly button in. And remember that kill you dead move. It should still be there in your torso, in that core. Sounds like the most weirdest workout. I'm sure on the other side of this wall, they're probably like, what is she talking about? It's fine. It's fine, guys. We're fine. They just don't understand. They never had a dad go on a hunting trip and hasn't been home in a few days. Whew. Guys, we are going to add in a variation to this one. More like a traditional lunge. We're all going to hold it down nice and low in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down nice and low for me. You're going to bend that right knee underneath the hip. Good, right there. Keep your right heel lifted high. Now stack your shoulders over those hips. Pull that core in. Oh, I know. It's burning. It's fine. We're going to pulse it 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Tiny pulses here. Focus on that left leg. The slider's not moving. You're just pulsing up and down. Whew. Oh, yes. Now, option for this next move. You can go back to the ring if that's the weight you have. You can always go to the beam. We'll make it a little bit heavier. We got some demon deadlifts. You don't need Bobby anymore. You don't need that slider. We're coming on up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, guys, my leg. So you're ditching that slider. I'm walking over, grabbing my beam. Feet, again, are going to be about hip width distance. Soft bend in the knees, just like that swing. You're going to hinge from the hips. Holding that beam, hinging from the hips, push them back. Slide the beam down the thighs, down the shins. And then slowly, I don't want you to go with force here, slowly lift back up. Demon vessels are heavy. It's going to take a lot of effort to lift them. So you want to lift with the glutes, not the back, right? So you hinge over. Back is flat. You slowly squeeze on up. Whew. Guys, I'm hot-blooded right now. It's so hot. And we're almost halfway through the workout. This is the last leg move on this side. Don't worry, we'll do the right leg eventually. We'll make you wait for it. Just like they made us wait for the season finale. Or the series finale, I should say. I know, that was mean. They couldn't help it. Okay, remember, in this deadlift, dead bug, kill you dead position in that torso. We're just hinging from the hips, trying to push the hips back behind those heels. Glide that bar down. Slowly bring it on up. Slow pace, that 4 count. Remember that 4 count in that single leg squat? Same idea. Shoulders roll down away from the ears. Notice it just hinges me over. Everything from the belly button up doesn't change. Whew, growing out from the crown of the head, so we're not jerking our neck up and pinching our neck. Whew. How are you guys feeling? Hot-blooded yet? Okay, we're gonna be a little bit where like there's multiple personalities of me. Kind of. You're gonna grab the bars for the next one. Just one bar. We're gonna make it a little bit spicy for the obliques. We're gonna head into the left side. We've got Star Killer. I love this move. It's got a couple variations with it, but for this sake, we're calling it the anti-possession tattoo. We all know that tattoo. We all want that tattoo or have it. We're gonna grab it, kneel down in 3, 2, 1. So placing that beam down, whoop, and then grabbing just one bar. So just a 3 pound. It's optional if you don't want it. You can just ditch it. Now right knee is underneath the hip. The left leg, I want you to extend it straight out from the hip. So that foot is on the same line as the right knee. And then stack the hip over that knee. Left arm's gonna reach up. Right arm's gonna hold. I don't know if I said that wrong, but hinge over. Hinging over, squeeze up from that oblique. So it almost looks like a star, kind of. If I extend my right hand out, almost starts to look like a star, kind of. But from a side view, so I'm gonna spin here. You're just hinging from the torso. Notice my butt doesn't stick out behind me. It's as if my back is sliding down a wall. Whew. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine, knitting that rib cage together. A hair fell down my arm and I thought it was a spider and I was about to scream. It's all good, guys. The variation coming in. We're gonna drop our right hand to the floor in 3, 2, 1. Right hand all the way down to the floor underneath that shoulder. Bend that left elbow, bring it in. Now that left arm, left leg, you're gonna lift it up, woo, bring it down. Pulse it up and down. So we worked the left oblique in that hinge. Now we're working the left glute, a little bit into the shoulder bicep. Still stabilizing through the obliques. Maintain that kill you dead move in your torso. Whew. So good, guys. You're gonna grab a slider next. We're gonna come into a tabletop position and place your left foot on the slider. We got Hellhound, so you're gonna look like a dog. In 3, 2, 1. Good, come on down, grab a slider. So we're in a tabletop position. Left foot's gonna start underneath that slider. So Hellhound right here, shoulders roll down away from the ears, knees underneath the hips, pull the belly button in, knit that rib cage together. Not so bad, right? You're gonna extend that left leg out and you're going to sweep it out to the side, about to hip height, and then sweep it all the way back. Now, if you don't have a slider, you can just float that foot. It's gonna make it a little bit more challenging. It's gonna work a little bit more into the glute. Mainly only call this one Hellhounds because you are in this quadruped, this dog position. Now from a front view, from the head view, notice as my leg sweeps out to the side, my hips don't sway. Just like a Hellhound, they don't sway from their prey. You're gonna lock in through your core, through that kill you dead, and don't move. Just that left leg, as if it was kind of your dog tail. Well, I'm assuming Hellhounds have tails, and that's their tail kind of wagging. Just roll with it, okay? Roll through the horrible analogies. We all kind of sort of love them. If you're new to me, this never stops. Good, pull that belly button in. Whew. Now, if you're looking for a challenge, I want you to tuck your right toes, float your knee off just an inch, and then sweep that leg. It's gonna challenge your core a little bit more. Maybe you do it for just one move, one sweep, and then you bring it back. That's fine. But you are almost done with those Hellhounds. To go along with those Hellhounds, we have Crossroad Demon. This one's a little evil. Yes, that was the point of it. Good. We're going to bring that left leg all the way back to straight. You're going to keep it on that slider for me. In 3, 2, 1. Extend that left leg. Now extend the right leg to meet it, but off of the slider. Full plank here. You're going to take that left knee, slide it over to the right elbow, and then bring it on back. You're just creating one part of an X. Sweep it over. Bring it on back. Sweep it over. Come on back. Now, if this is too much for you, drop it to the knee, take your foot off the slider, and just go from here. It's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but that's where it still works your core. It'll be less intense on the shoulders, on the upper body. Take that variation if you need to. Drop it down to that knee. Maybe you bring the hips to stack over that knee, and you just focus on that tabletop to knee to elbow. Both will work just fine. But to challenge your upper body, you're up on that full plank position, sliding that knee in. If the slider is just not happening, float that leg. Yes, it's going to be harder. Whew. I know, right about now, you're probably like, where is that crossroad demon? I would like to see them now. Crowley, I know he's not the king of the crossroads anymore, but I know you're probably praying for him at some point. Please take me away from this move. That's so bad, right? Just say yes. But we are going to go back into the legs. We're going to go into that right leg. It's going to be okay, guys. Stick with me. You're going to grab the ring again. So that 10 pounds in 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on up. We got Ruby's goblet squats. We remember when she slit that man's throat, poured the blood into the goblet and prayed. This has been used a couple times. Same idea. So you're going to hold that goblet at your chest as if you're praying to the yellow-eyed demon or summoning the yellow-eyed demon. Feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. Sit down into that squat. Bring it on up. Ruby's goblet squats. You're holding it here. Pressing those hips back. Now, if you need to, grab a lighter weight. You can always grab that lighter weight, hold it at your chest. But I challenge you to hold that goblet here. If it's too much and you don't have a lighter weight or you just want to keep it, hold it down below you. I challenge you just to keep going, just to try it out. Maybe that's your rest and then you bring it back up. But notice I'm not going very fast. It's back to that slow 4 count, slow calculated movements. Just like all those demons, a lot of them are really calculated. Very slow, very controlled. Don't forget to breathe. I know when I'm talking through this move, I totally forget to breathe. I will be completely honest with you. It gets hard to do correct form, to cue you, then to breathe. Now, if you're holding onto that ring up, if you're holding onto that goblet, make sure the shoulders don't creep up. I know it stresses us out, summoning the boss, but lower the shoulders down. Lock them down. Bring it down. Whew. Nice job, everyone. Stay strong here. Good job. Whew. I know we wish it was as cold as ice about now, but don't sacrifice it now. We're going to grab Bobby and that slider. You guys know what's coming up next. That single leg squat. Bring it down in 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on down. Ditching that ring for the moment. Whew. Grabbing that slider. This time it's going to go on the left foot, underneath the left foot. I got Bobby to the right of me. The left leg's going to stay straight. All the weight is in that right leg. You're going to push the hips back. Keep those hips level and square. And then press on up. Now you can see here, if I move Bobby really close to me, I want to keep my thigh, my calf really close to him the whole time. I don't want my hip to shoot farther out than my ankle. It's not going to feel too great. So we want to just shoot it straight back and put him in front of me. Pushing it back and then digging deep, push up. There you go. Sitting those hips back. Now once again, we're going to talk about that knee. It wants to cave in. It wants to push out and it wants to shoot forward. You want to keep it stacked over the ankle the whole time, at least on this one. Woo. Woo, excuse me. Pushing it back, pull that belly button in towards that spine. Now if you can let go of Bobby, great. Sometimes he goes off. I know he keeps popping up here and there. Maybe you let go of him, try it on your own. My right leg's a lot stronger, so sometimes the right leg can come in and help me. Yeah, there you go, guys. That salt circle's coming up. We're gonna hold it down nice and low in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down nice and low right here. You're gonna bend that left knee, pull it in, send it straight out in front of you, sweep it off to the left, bring it behind you, bend that left knee, pull it forward, sweep it out. Remember, as you sweep out to the left, you are going to keep it straight. You're drawing the other half of that salt circle, that protection circle. Whew, guys. I'm just slowly suffering along with you. And I wrote this, and I chose to teach this. I don't know what's wrong with me. Circling it around. Whoo! I know right about now we want a cold ice shower. Squeeze up from that lower core. Remember, back is that kill you dead move, that dead bug. Core is engaged the entire time. We're gonna bring that left leg to the front. Colt squats in 3, 2, 1. So the left leg is in front. I'm gonna find the right angle for you guys. You're going to stand up through that right leg. Left leg stays straight. Woo! And then sit that butt back and down. Into that Colt squat. Everything is in that right leg. There's hair everywhere. I'm trying to move all the hair. So this should be a real pain in the ass at this point. Just like Dean says to Sammy, it's a real pain in the ass. Son of a bitch. Why did I think this was a good idea? I thought, hey, pistol squats are a thing. Let's call them Colt squats because it's a Colt pistol. I fully regret my decisions. Okay. Whew. Now from the front view, that right hip really wants to jut out. It wants to hike up towards the ribs. So I want you to push it back in line. Knee and hip are in alignment the entire time. Guys, it's so hard to breathe. No holds or pulses on this one. You're just pressing up from that right heel. It should be so light on the left foot, it's almost like it's not even there. But we do get to keep that slider. LARPing lunges again. You're gonna sweep that leg all the way behind you. In 3, 2, 1. Sweep that leg all the way behind you. Notice my left heel is nice and high. Squeeze that left butt cheek. You are going to lunge it down. Hinge at the hips. Woo! Dig through. Good. Ah! That's how I feel. I'm sure that's how you guys feel too. Now I've got Bobby in front of me just to help support me since it's just getting really difficult for me. Now you get that hinge forward. Remember, you can keep your chest lifted, but if you have low back issues, you want to lean forward. You may not go down as far, and that's fine, but I want you to protect your lower back before you hurt yourself. Now remember, and that left leg is hip width distance apart, so you just slide that left leg back and lunge it down. Right hip doesn't hike up to the side. We put it back into alignment. Whew. Hell's bells, guys. This is no joke. I work out every day, and this is kicking my ass. Son of a bitch. I'm sure most of you are probably swearing at me. And that's fine. We are going to hold it down for that variation. Oh, my leg is switching. In 3, 2, 1. Hold it down nice and low. Left knee. You're going to bend it underneath that hip. Oh, bend it underneath that hip right there. You're going to stack your shoulders over those hips. Grab Bobby if you need them. You're going to pulse your body down and up. Down and up. Keep your heel high. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. Yeah, I know. Foam roller is here, chair, wall, Bobby, whoever, small child can help assist you through this move if it's starting to get shaky. If you're like, I don't know what I signed up for. I feel like I'm in one of the circles of hell. I don't remember dying. We're gonna grab that beam though. We got some carry-on shuffles in 3, 2, 1. Woo, you are done with the slider for now. Okay, we're gonna grab that beam as I try to take a deep breath. You're gonna rack your beam above your shoulders. So mine's got a nice little crook in it. Now, if you don't have the beam, you're more than welcome to hold the weight at your chest, any type of weight, your choice. But I'm gonna scooch. You can walk the length of your mat on this one, but you're gonna squat down and you're gonna step in. I'm gonna go to the right first. So my left foot's gonna step in, my right foot's gonna step out. Left foot in, right foot out. You're gonna walk the length of your mat. For you guys, I'm gonna walk the length of my screen before I head out of screen. My floor is cushiony, by the way, so that's why you don't see me with a yoga mat. So from here, now you're gonna walk back. So once you walk back, it's right foot in, left foot out. Right foot in, left foot out. So I'm walking to the left and I'm staying low the whole time. I'm gonna try to show you from a side view once I get to the end. Now it doesn't look like I'm that low because I'm not, because my legs are dying. You can go as low as you can, you know, poke a hole in the wall. So from a side view, my hips sit back, left foot in, right foot out. My knees are stacked over the ankles. And then notice my chest isn't collapsed over. My chest is actually lifted. I've got that kill you dead move in my core. Hell's bells, guys. Whew. This is the last leg move. I promise you. It is the completely last leg move. There is nothing else to worry about in the lower body. Guys. Breath is gone. It's escaping me. I know we see a bad moon rising, but stick with me. Last couple seconds here. I'm gonna prep for the next move. Whew, I'm gonna grab my yellow-eyed demon, just one. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on down. Catch your breath, take a sip of water before we head into the right oblique. Grab one yellow-eyed demon, kneel down. There's so much hair. Knees are down, hip width distance apart, weight is in my right hand. You're gonna kick that left leg, right leg out to the side, left hip and knee are stacked. Right arm extends, hold that left hand around the waist and hinge over. Good, so you're just hinging from that oblique. You're gonna feel the length in the right side and then a tiny little crunch as you lift. But notice, I'll try to move my arm so you can see my torso. It stays long the whole time. There's no actual crunching. I know it sounds kind of weird when you say it that way, but that is the idea of the move. It's a long line. There's a tiny itty bitty crunch, but the sides of the torso stay long the whole time. Whew. Lifting up from that right oblique, slowly lower down. My breath is like gone. We have to bring it down into that star killer, that anti-possession tattoo, finishing it off on that other side. Left hand comes down in 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down. Now bend that right elbow, bring it in. Remember, left shoulder and wrist stack. Pull that core in, lift up and down. Just the right side of the body lifts. So you get a little bit into the arm, a little bit into that glute. But obliques, your core is stabilizing you. Woo! My left hip is not happy with me. It's just, my left glute just doesn't like anything today. We got those hellhounds though. You're gonna grab your slider and you're gonna meet me in a tabletop position, right foot on the slider in 3, 2, 1. Okay, weight down. Where's my slider? Okay, tabletop position. Hands and shoulders are stacked. Knees are gonna start stacked underneath those hips. Press into the ground, pull the belly button up and towards the spine. Right foot, only right foot extends out to straight. It stays straight as you sweep it over to the side and then back. Now this depends on how flexible you are. I forgot to mention that before. Now if it only comes out to about, a couple degrees out to the side, that's fine. Doesn't need to come all the way up here. I want you to keep good form the whole time. So if you're here, and you start to do this, it's not a great thing. So only go maybe that far and bring it back. We all start somewhere. So start from where you feel comfortable and start to work up to it. Come back to the workout and always do it again and again, or even just the move to see how you progress in it. Okay, enough of that rambling. Remember, you are a hellhound in this move. Your leg is your tail. It wags off to the side and engages back in. Your whole body is locked in, just like a hellhound is locked in on their target. This is an oblique move. It's a core move as well. You get a tiny little crunch in the right side, but your whole core and obliques are stabilizing you from twisting around. Okay, now if you need to, you are going to bring it up, or if you want to, you can tuck those left toes and float it on up. In 3, in 2, and 1. You can float it on up. I don't know why I counted you down. I didn't count down last time. I apologize. But if you want to, you can float that knee up just an inch. It's going to challenge your core a little bit more. But we have the other part of that crossroad. We got to draw the other X. You got to draw the other line. You're going to be in a full plank hold in 3, 2, 1. So hands are underneath those shoulders. Send the leg out to straight behind you. Meet the left leg to it. Now from here, you're going to bend that right knee into the left elbow, twisting those hips, bring it back. You're sliding that foot across the floor and bring it on back. Now remember, if it does not work for you, maybe you just come down to that tabletop. Makes it a little bit nicer on the shoulders, on the wrists, and you focus on that little crunch and twist through the body. But it's always knee to opposite elbow. Whoop. If the slider is just struggling to slide, float that foot off the floor and pump it out. I know it's a crossbody mountain climber. We drew one part of the crossroads. We're making the other side. Hopefully not summoning a demon, but I can't be for sure. Whew. Okay, guys, almost done with this. Oh, I'm gonna do this version to finish. Pressing into that floor, pull that belly button in towards that spine. We're going into our upper body sequence. Woo! We're gonna grab the ring just for one move on this one, or 2 moves, I'm sorry. In 3, 2, 1, come on up. Let's go down to the knees. If you are not comfortable sitting on your knees, I want you to sit on a chair, but I challenge, or you can stand all the way up. But I'm gonna kneel down, so my knees and hips are stacked. You're gonna grab that ring. Get this, we're gonna drive the Impala. So you're gonna send the arms out to straight. Oh yes, so from the side view, you're gonna drive that Impala, drive it to the right, drive it to the left. If you're holding that 10 pounds, it is heavy, especially after that plank, especially after those tabletops. I know, you can always grab a smaller weight, so I'll show you with my yellow-eyed demon here. So I'm just holding this little 3-pound weight and just steering from side to side. Totally fine, totally an option. But you're just driving it. My torso doesn't move. We're just going down the road, pulling that belly button in towards the spine, and oh, guess what? You're gonna squeeze your glutes. I lied a little. I'm slightly evil. I'm only half evil. 333 is tattooed on me, not 666, so it's only half evil. If you get it, good job. If you laughed, thank you. Now, we are gonna add into this one just a little bit, just to make a little bit of a little fun. You're gonna keep your core nice and engaged. You're going to slowly hinge from those knees. If your knees do not like it, please do not do this. Sit down and just keep driving. But it's as if Dean stepped on the gas and you kind of get thrown back a little bit. That's what I want you to think about when you're steering that Impala. I know, guys, tap into that eye of the tiger. We're almost done with it. We're gonna bring that ring up. We're gonna do some halos in 3, 2, 1. Bring that weight up right above the head. Elbows are bent. And you're gonna circle it behind the head, in front. I'll tell you when to switch directions. Just like those angel halos, I don't think they ever had halos. If you need to, sit down, still engage your core. Oh, we're going this way. So elbows staying kind of tight. Your rib cage wants to flare open. So So I want you to knit that rib cage together. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. Whoo! Get that eye of the tiger here. We're gonna switch directions in 3, 2, 1. Switch it. So you're gonna go the other way. Draw that halo with the halo. Whoo! Knit that rib cage, engage those lats, shoulders are burning. I know it's gonna get a lot lighter after this, I promise. You're gonna grab those 3-pound weights. I'm gonna pre-grab them. Make it a little bit easier for me. Whew. Staying on this angel theme, we're gonna do a reverse fly. You're gonna come up to those knees again in 3, 2, 1. Letting go of that ring. You're no longer needing it. You're gonna be up on the tops of those knees, hinge forward. So you see there's this little Z-ish move in my body. Palms can face or face outwards, and you're gonna open up those wings. Cass's wings right here. Okay, left shoulder's me. My whole left side is just not happy today. Now you're just opening, flapping those wings, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Your gaze is down. Now if this is a lot for the knees, bring it up to a standing position, hinge at the hips. You can even sit in a chair and hinge all the way over and do this. But the idea is you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. So I'll show you from an upright view. You're squeezing the shoulder blades together right where those angel wings are in your actual body. I know, that's what we call them. This is your angel wing, the lat muscle right in between those shoulder blades. You want to squeeze them together. I'll show you from here. Squeeze. I am gassed out, guys. And there's still a little bit more. Whew. We're gonna go into serve the pie because we have to. It's for Dean. You can stay on the knees, you can stand up. Elbows in 3, 2, 1. Whew, bring it on up. Elbows in, palms up. Serve the pie. Imagine you're holding 2 slices of pie for Dean. I know, he deserves that pie. Serve it up. I assume somewhere he's just eating up all that pie. Good, now, if you want to, you're down on those knees. It's going to challenge the glutes. If you're on those knees and need a break, maybe you sit down on those heels. From this move, I want you to feel squeeze in the chest, the biceps, the shoulders, and then slowly bring it back in. Guys, so hot. Couple more moves left of this, okay? Whew. Pull that belly button in towards that spine. We are gonna go into the prophet. I know, it's weird, but we got this. Elbows are gonna stay in 3, 2, 1. Elbows in. I'm gonna turn my palms to face as if we are reading a book, and you're gonna open it. Maybe it's the prophet, maybe you're writing that supernatural fan fiction. Those episodes probably were some of my favorite when they met their fans, and then the song that's playing right now, at least on my playlist, with, I can't breathe, guys, with the Supernatural musical. Like just the absolute best. Now just like that reverse fly, those Cass's wings, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. This one's traditionally called newspaper. It's as if you were reading a newspaper, reading a book. Guys, there is one more move left. It is also your finisher move. I'm getting a little nice. Like I said, only half evil. Fallen angel. I know you're probably like, what on earth? Yeah, I know. What on earth? They are on earth. Fallen angels are on earth. We're going to lay down on our backs in 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep those weights. Lay down on your back, flat on your back, arms up to the ceiling, and I want you to dead bug those legs again. Pull that belly button in towards the spine, and then extend the legs up. You can keep the legs here, but I want to challenge you. You open up the arms, lower the legs as far as you can, whoo, and then squeeze, pull it back up. So as you open the arms, the legs lower. You pull that belly button in towards the spine, digging a little deeper. I imagine this is how they all fell out of heaven. Now notice, my legs don't go down that far. I can't breathe anymore. So I don't go down that far because it pulls my lower back off of the ground. We don't want to go that far. Pull that belly button in. You know, thinking about this move now just reminds me It's probably Sam's view when he was a baby. Not the best view to think about as we're finishing off this workout, off this move. Whew. You get to hold it down into that child's pose, but see what I did there? I kind of bridged it all together. Bring it in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Oh, guys, hug those knees into the chest, blah, 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 blah. Give yourselves a nice big hug. You guys carried on. That was a long workout. But you guys did so good. So from here, I want you to stretch. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh, figure 4 stretch, and extend the left leg up to the ceiling. So you're gonna pull the legs in a little bit so you get glute and hamstring working here. Good, and then switch sides. You're gonna extend that right leg up, left ankle crosses across the thigh. Pull those legs in so you feel that deep glute stretch, deeper into the hamstring. Whew. Good, from here, we just got one more stretch. We're gonna roll on up, come all the way up to standing. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders down. Ooh, I got up a little too fast. Bend those knees, especially if you have tighter low backs. Hinge at the hips. Pull the hands off of the back. Whew. Let your neck hang. You're gonna feel your chest open. Bicep stretch, hamstring stretch. From here, you can extend the right leg and twist to the left. So my right leg got straighter, my left knee stayed bent, and I twisted to the left. And then back to center, extend the left leg. Ooh, right knee bends a little bit, you twist to the right, deepening that stretch. Bring it back to center, release those arms down to the ground. Whew. Let it all hang for a second. And then very slowly roll one vertebra up at a time. Whew, rising back from the dead because I did not kill you dead, I hope. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed this supernatural workout. Please, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you are curious about all the weights, we have them linked below. It's an affiliate link, so please purchase them through there if you are curious. Any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out as well. Reach out through our Instagram at the Micro Squad or at Body Semantics. I will be responding on either of those, and I'm happy to help whatever you need. And carry on, guys, carry on. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the Micro Squad. Please don't forget to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and check out our on-demand classes. They are on our website, themicrosquad.com, and we'll see you next time.